Parvati ma'am, do you want me to share the screen or will you seek permission for the screen share?
Sir, you share the PPT, sir, because it gets
Okay.
stuck when I share it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Parvati ma'am,
Yes,
we
sir.
can start. You can start.
Okay, sir. Right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this today's webinar on one of the most essential skills in the teaching profession, that is teamwork and collaboration. So as educators, leaders, we often, focus on students' success, but today we will shift the focus on us and how our teamwork can directly impact learning outcomes. We'll just look in from this webinar. So by the end of this session, we will not only understand like the meaning of teamwork and collaboration, but also we will learn practical strategies to build stronger and more productive teams. So let us, before we, dive in, let me just quickly introduce myself. So the next slide. So I'm K. Parvati, and I have been working as a teacher for 20 years, and I hold a postgraduate degree in English. So that is about me. So, and that exactly, we are going to work on like today's session where I would like to focus on this topic. And so with before we get into dive into the actual session, let us just do a small ice-breaking activity. So let's begin with a light-hearted activity to set the mood. You can see what the ice-breaking activity is. Emoji mood board, actually it is. So in the chat box, I want you all to post one emoji that describes how you're feeling right now about this session. It could be a smiling face or your very tired face, any emoji of your choice, that whatever suits your mood. Wow, nice. So we can see, a lot many emojis. Punita Kaur, nice. Yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you for these emojis. This shows like how diverse and expressive we are, right? So, and when these diverse feelings come together, teamwork becomes meaningful. So now that we have broken the ice, let's look at what we will be covering today. So next slide, sir. Yeah, so today's journey, I just want someone to read this out for me. The session's agenda.
Introduction to teamwork and collaboration.
Yeah.
Importance of teamwork. Elements of effective teamwork. Barriers to teamwork. Strategies to improve teamwork. Reflection activity. Feedback and takeaway.
Thank you, Saujanya ma'am. So that will be our journey today. So before we proceed, let's set some ground rules to make this session effective. Okay. So the ground rules will be, so the next slide. Yeah. So I've just given 4 important ground rules over here to make this session fruitful for all of us. So let's just follow these simple ground rules, like participate effectively, keep your mics on mute when you're not talking, keep your video on if possible. So be open to learning and sharing. So these are few ground rules for the session. So I just want, can I get a thumbs up in the chat if you're ready? Yes. Okay. So great. Now let's just get started. So today's introduction of teamwork and collaboration. So let's start with the simple definition. What is teamwork and what is collaboration? Like imagine you're organizing a school annual day. Okay. So if teachers divide tasks like decoration, practice sessions for, and few of them are working on anchoring. So what is this called as? You're dividing the task amongst yourself. So what is this called as?
Teamwork.
Very good. So it is called as teamwork. Now, but when teachers sit together, to brainstorm the event's theme and creative ideas, then what is it called as? So obviously it is collaboration. Yes, very good. Thank you. So in simple words, we can just tell that teamwork is about working together, whereas collaboration is about thinking and creating together. So that is the difference between teamwork and collaboration. Okay, to help us understand this better, let's just watch a beautiful motivational video. So it's a short video that usually visually shows how teamwork leads to success, even in difficult situation. So as you watch, think about what was the challenge, how did they overcome it, and how can we apply this in our teaching, teams. So you can just play that video, sir.
మా దగ్గర 150 గీతలు ఉన్నాయండి. పాలు పెరుగు నెయ్యి అంతా మందేనండి.
You are able to see it?
No, ma'am. It's not audible. It's only audible. It's not video.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, sir. So that was truly inspiring, wasn't it?
Yes, yes, wonderful video, ma'am.
Yeah. So now the video actually, now just tell me, what is your takeaway from this video? One of you can just share me, what is your takeaway from this video?
Positive bonding with our colleagues.
Very good. Positive bonding with our colleagues. Yes. Okay. So thank you, Saujanya ma'am. Okay. So this video, beautifully showed us that when individuals come together, trust one another and combine their strength, they can overcome any obstacle. Yes, together we can do anything. Very good. So that is what this video talks about. Like maybe we are very strong as individuals, we are very strong. We have our own skills, we have our own those values, and we have our opinions. But then when we come together, the teamwork will become more strong. What we achieve alone, you can, as a team, you can achieve more than that. So that is what this video talks about. So let's connect this powerful message to our role as teachers. So let us go to the important slide over here. So why is teamwork so important in our schools and classrooms? So can someone read this out for me?
Yep.
No, the previous slide, sir. Yeah.
Importance of teamwork and collaboration builds trust, increases creativity, reduces stress, improves efficiency, builds strong school community, and ensures student success.
Thank you, Lata ma'am. So these are some of the main reasons why teamwork is essential for us, right? It builds trust. Like when teachers collaborate, or leaders, we all collaborate and do our work, we start trusting one another's abilities, decisions, and ideas. This trust creates a healthy and positive work environment. So that is very important. If there is no trust, there is no healthy environment, and ultimately there is no teamwork and no collaboration happening over there. So trust is very important. Okay, the second one is increases creativity. Like how does it increase creativity, teamwork, and collaboration? As we discussed and we saw in the video as well, like each person has their unique ideas. When we work together, we bring fresh perspectives and creative solutions that benefit students, isn't it? So every individual has their own way of thinking, their own perspectives. When we all sit together, when we all come together, we collaborate, we do a teamwork, what happens? Creativity increases. It's obvious, right? Then reduce stress. So how many of you believe that when you're working in team, your stress actually levels are reduced to some extent? Do you believe this? Yeah, right. Yes. So how does stress reduces? When teamwork means what? Shared responsibilities, isn't it? So when we support each other, the workload feels lighter and stress levels decrease, obviously. You improve efficiency. So with clear roles and good coordination, which is very important, good coordination roles should be assigned properly for a proper output. So a team can complete tasks faster and more effectively compared to individual working alone. We all know that. So efficiency also improves. Next is builds strong school community. So a collaborative team, when we all work together, what happens as a team of teachers, we set a positive example for students, isn't it? And it creates a culture of support and unity in the entire school, and thus build a strong school community as well. Now, ensure student success. How does teamwork and collaboration ensure student success? See, when we teachers collaborate and plan together, it leads to better teaching strategies, better classroom management, and ultimately better learning outcomes for students. I hope you all agree to this, right? So teamwork and collaborations are really important to ensure that the students are successful and we build a very strong school community. So as you can see, teamwork is not just a feel good factor over here. it directly impacts our professional growth, school environment, and most importantly, our students' success. So, but how do we, ensure that our teamwork is effective and meaningful? So, what should we do in order to ensure this? So, let's move to the next slide to learn about the essential elements that makes teamwork successful. So, have you ever wondered why some teams, they work so very well while some others struggle? Can you just tell me, like you've seen in your class or in your school or wherever you are, you're working in teams. Some teams they do very well, whereas the other team they cannot perform so well. Why do you think so?
Ma'am, maybe the goal is not clearly understood by the team members.
Okay, good. The goal is not, which is very important, right? Yes. Anything else?
In the team, some students will actively participate and other will not do. They will be whiling away their time with others.
Yes, very good. So few people are really very much into the work and others, they just wade away the time. Good. And anything else? Right. I got two valuable points over here. Like the first, as Sarvana Kumar said, like clear goals. Like here, see, these are the key elements that we are able to see in the screen, on the screen. Like clear goals, defined roles, open communications, very important, active participation, trust and respect, and accountability. These are very important elements for an effective teamwork. The clear goals in the sense,
Some cases, poor leadership also plays a major role, right?
yeah,
Ma'am?
poor leadership. Very good. Poor leadership also plays a very major role in this. Okay. Now, why am I talking about clear goals? See, as a team, we must know what we are working towards, right? What is the goal? What are we working for? So that if that is only not clear, when everyone, are not very clear with their common goals, then what will they work on? So it's very important that a team must know what they are working towards. When everyone understands the common goals, efforts become focused and purposeful. Therefore, clear goals should be very important. They defined roles. This is also very essential for an effective teamwork. Like, each team member should know their specific responsibility. If a role is not defined, everyone works, haphazardly in their own manner, then what do we, expect from them? So we cannot expect a clear outcome from that, right? So each team member should know their specific responsibility. When the roles are clear, there is less confusion and more accountability. I hope you all agree, to this with me, right? The next one is open communication. I say open and respectful communication can be added over here. Like, you see, team members, they should feel free to share ideas, opinions, and feedback. Most of the teachers, we might have seen that most of them, they don't want to, come and give away their feedback because they fear they fear judgment. They feel that if we go and say something, maybe people will judge us, and there is no open communication. So this should not be there. Definitely, whatever the people's reaction would be, there should be an open and respectful communication, I say here. Because each and every team member, they should feel free, like to share ideas or their opinions or whatever their feedback, without a fear of judgment. So respectful communication prevents. Why am I saying that it is important? Because when you don't communicate, you pile up things within yourself. And what happens ultimately, it results in conflicts, or what do you say? And that does not build trust. When there is no trust in a team, there is very difficult, you feel very difficult to work together. Therefore, open and respectful communication is very, very, very important. Right? And the next one is active participation, active and equal participation, I could say here. Like, see, in a strong team, every voice matters, isn't it? When you have a team, each and every member's opinions, their ideas, they are very important and it matters a lot. So no one should be left out of, less important. They should not feel that they are less important or they're not being given any importance. It shouldn't be like that. So everyone should be active and at the same time, they should have an equal participation when they are in a team. So that is very important. One more elements of effective teamwork. Then comes trust and respect. See, when every member's skills, experience, and ideas should be valued. That is what I keep telling, that each and every member in the team is very important and essential for whatever it is. Maybe we are good, one person is good at something else, the other person is good at his or her own skill. So we have to respect each and every member's ideas or experiences, and that should be valued. So how can that be? Trust and collaboration, we should trust and encourage collaboration with everyone, each and everyone. This will reduce resistance. So that is very important. Then accountability that we discussed before, like defined roles. If at all we are not defining roles, what they're supposed to do and who is supposed to do what, then there is no accountability. They just try to wade away. Just now, some ma'am told me that there are people who work and the others are just wasting away the time or wading away the time. It happens because roles are not assigned to them properly. So it is important that people have to be defined roles, and because when you define roles, their accountability comes along with it. So each member should take responsibility for their task and they should deliver them on time. So this avoids, blame game, like, no, she is supposed to do or he is supposed to do. This kind of blame games can be avoided, and this will also build commitment towards their work. And one more element I would like to add over here, like recognition and appreciation. I always tell this, that people should be recognized and, appreciated for their hard work. So acknowledging each other's efforts is very important, because this motivates the team members and creates a positive team environment. How many of you think like that appreciation, recognition is very important when you're working in a team? If someone is doing a good job, it is good that you say that, wow, you have done a wonderful job today, right? Do you agree with this, that you should be appreciated and acknowledged at least that you have done a wonderful job, something like that? Definitely, right? Yes, Prathimam, 100% right. Yes, because that gives us motivation. When someone acknowledges our hard work or our effective, works, then we feel more motivated, more confident. Yes, it builds confidence, right? Right, very good. So that is what is very important. Even for a teamwork, all these elements, they are very, very essential. Otherwise, there is no point of working in a team. So these are the ingredients, I can say, of a successful team. But let me ask you, is it always easy to maintain these elements? How many of you think that, yeah, so we can maintain all these elements and things will work very easily in our, team? Do you think so? Unfortunately, no, right? There are often obstacles. We see everyone, obstacles and challenges that can break teamwork. So, let's now move to the next slide to identify the common barriers that affect teamwork. Right. So now we know what makes a team strong. We have already seen what are the elements that makes a team strong. But like every road, teamwork also has a speed breaker, right? So let's talk about those speed breakers, that are the challenges or barriers that often stop teams from working smoothly. So what are they? Can someone read this out for me?
Lack of communication,
Yes, yeah.
lack of trust, conflicts and ego, unclear roles and responsibility, unequal participation.
Right. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so here are some common barriers. Just now, Shilpa ma'am has read it out for us. Lack of communication. That is what we say. We said that is very important. And if that is itself is lacking, then where do we have, that is a barrier for, our teamwork. See, when team members don't talk openly, that's what I said earlier also. When you don't talk openly or fail to share information, misunderstandings happen. It is obvious. Then when we don't share what we feel, then misunderstanding happens, and then that leads to all kind of conflicts, all kind of problems there. So other thing is lack of trust. So if team members doubt each other, that we most of the times we see many a times that people cannot trust each other, which is the other barrier for teamwork. So if team members doubt each other's intentions or abilities, collaboration breaks down very easily. So trust is very important, as a team. If at all you have to work as a team, as a productive team, effective team, then trust is very, very important element. So this is one of the barriers that can be a problem for your team. Conflicts and ego. This is, we can say that in every team, if you don't have a person who, wants to work together, or when lack of communication and trust, we don't have trust and communication, then this arises, conflicts and egos arises. Many of you, I think most of the people are with me that ego is one of the reason for conflicts, right? So differences in opinion, it's obvious, like every individual has their own way of thinking, they have their own understanding, their own thought process, and that it's okay. So this differences in opinion is normal, but when these opinions turns into personal fights, teamwork suffers. So in order to stop this conflicts and all, we should communicate. That is very important. Now next one is unclear roles and responsibility. So if people don't know what's expected from them, or tasks are missed and accountability is lost. So therefore, the roles and responsibility should be very clear to the members of the team. They should know what they have to do, and they should be accountable for their own roles. Only then, your team will be efficient. So this is one of the barriers, because it comes from how just now someone told that the lead, it is also the management or the leader who cannot, who does not assign proper roles and responsibility. There, the teamwork lacks over there. Then unequal participation. See, this is also one of the reasons, unequal participation. When you are not clear with your roles and responsibility, the one who keeps working will keep working. The others who are not interested, they'll just, waste their time. And therefore, participation is not equal. And this leads to frustration. People, the one who is working all the time, they get frustrated. It is all the time, it falls on me and all. So when only few people do all the work and others just stay silent, this is obvious frustration, builds up. So all these are the barriers. We know that these are the barriers for our effective teamwork. So, we should avoid all these. We should make sure that we, meet all these. We make sure that we do not lack communication. We have trust on others. We do not have conflicts and egos. We have to make sure that communication happens in such a way that conflicts and ego things are avoided. Roles and responsibilities are given properly. Participation is, distributed. Everyone is participating in everything. So all these aspects have to be kept in our mind for an effective teamwork. So I just want to ask one question over here. So in your experience, which of these barriers have you seen or faced in your school or workplace? I just want you all to give me one barrier you can just tell me, or you can just type it in the chat.
Unequal participation.
Very good. Unequal participation. Yes. Ego. Very good. Can you just give me an example, ma'am, with this? Can you just give me an example, like what happened? Like ego, lack of teamwork. Good. Yeah.
Unequal participation only. If we are giving a work to a team members, as you said, one or two will be working, others will not be participating in that, and they will say that he said he has done the work, so I don't want to do that work. Like that, they will escape from that.
Right.
That is the main thing.
Correct, ma'am. Now, Mohammad Yusuf sir said gossips. Yeah, that is also one of the problem. Too much of gossip. Yeah. Because they have not assigned proper roles to them. Members of the team may have personal interests like religion, caste, that leads to lack of lack of mutual trust. Okay, so this also in many of the cases we don't see, but then to some extent we can see that also. Partiality. Okay, partiality is also one element we can say that is a barrier. Okay, nice. Shirking. Oh, good. So I get plenty of messages. Good to see that we have so many thought processes going on over here. So what should we do then? What should we do in order to make sure that everyone is equally participating? So the leaders should take an initiative, assigning that roles and tasks properly. So let us just see. So now that we have seen like these are the barriers, and you also have given us few things that are happening, you feel that they may cause the barriers for your effective teamwork. So let's see how we can overcome these barriers and ensure that both teamwork and collaboration happens effectively. So let's look at some simple practical strategies that I've jotted down over here. Can someone read it out for me?
Regular communication, encourage participation, clarify roles and responsibility, resolve conflicts immediately, recognize and appreciate efforts, build trust through small tasks.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Marina, ma'am. See, regular communication. We have seen that lack of communication can be a barrier for your teamwork. So communication is important. Now you have given me many things, like many barriers over here. So have you communicated? Have you spoken about it? Is it possible? Few things might not be possible to communicate, but then other things can be communicated. Like you can conduct weekly, like if you are a leader, or if you are a leader for a team, what can you do? You can just conduct weekly team meetings, or you can use WhatsApp, email updates. Nowadays, we have so many things that we can do to communicate, keep updating ourselves. So that can be done, and you should stay connected to the people. As a team leader or whatever, you should stay connected, keep understanding what is the problem, what is the issue. If at all you can help them out, in what way you can help out. So all this can be done. Communication is very important. Yes, clear communication, assignment of work is very important. Make small groups. So we can see so many people giving me so many, very good. Right. Okay, so this is very important. Regular communication. Whenever you are in a team, we should make sure that we are communicating with people regularly, on regular basis. What happens, people, they are people who are introverts. They do not want to come out with their problems or whatever it is. So if at all we are friendly with them, we try to understand them, we try to communicate with them, they might come up with their problems and issues so that we can work on it as leaders. Okay. So that is very important. Second one is encourage participation. Like give everyone a chance to speak and contribute ideas. It is not like one person is speaking all the time or giving your ideas and other person is left out. Other person is not given any importance and all. That also can, makes the people feel bad that, okay, that is the person who is, very important and our ideas are not considered. And that might, discourage people. Therefore, we should stop that. We should always try to encourage each and every member of the team, and we should take their ideas as well. Whether we implement or not, it is secondary, but then taking ideas and encouraging their participation is very important. The next one is clarify roles and responsibility. As we have been talking about this, roles and responsibilities have to be assigned in a proper manner in the beginning itself. They should know what their role is and they should be accountable for what they have to do. Like for example, clear assigning tasks so that everyone knows their part. Like you're in a annual day program, for example. So you have to assign, this is what we are expecting from you. And this is what by the end of this week, I'm expecting this. So all the roles are assigned and they are accountable for only that role that has been assigned to them. So each and every member is doing his or her part properly. So this actually helps in teamwork and teamwork and collaboration. The next one is resolve conflicts immediately. It's very important. When things pile up, it is very difficult. People might keep it and it, once a while it just bursts out. It will be very difficult at that point of time. So we have to keep talking to people. We have to keep resolving conflicts then and there itself so that it doesn't hamper the team. Okay, so you should address their misunderstanding. If at all you find there is some misunderstanding, nobody does anything purposefully. Sometimes everyone, as I told you, all individuals have different way of thinking. They have different thought process, and this may lead to misunderstanding. So clarifying or addressing the misunderstanding then and there quickly and respectfully is very important. So that is one strategy that we have to always ensure that in order to keep our teamwork and collaboration work properly. Now, recognize and appreciate efforts. as we already discussed about, this is one of the strategies that we have to use in order to motivate our team members, in order to appreciate them. So it is very important that we should recognize whatever hard work they are putting in, whatever we have to appreciate if at all they have done something, extraordinary, or they have done their part properly. It should be appreciated. A simple like thank you for, for all the hard work can actually help them, motivate them. That is very important. So I always say that please appreciate your team members by just saying thank you, really you helped me a lot, or it was a wonderful job, you have done really a very good job. This will help them. They get motivated and they keep working in a very positive way. Positive approach is very important because this boosts their morale, right? Next is build trust through small tasks. So start with small collaboration tasks. Okay, so that will build confidence and trust among team members. When you start with small tasks and then go with a bigger task, that will help you to understand. That will help the team members to work effectively. They know they start with they understand to collaborate, how to collaborate with team members, and that will be helpful. Now, I hope you all understood these strategies. And how many of you as team leaders, I hope there are many team leaders over here, there are many leaders over here who actually follow all these strategies. Can you please give us few examples or few scenarios from your experiences where you found that few team, there is a team that you feel that has worked really, excellently, and you want to address there, or there are teams who could not do proper teamwork for some reasons. So now you know what are the barriers and all. So can you please explain, can you give an example from your personal experience? Anyone can give.
Ma'am, is it necessary that the person has to be a team leader only?
Not necessary. A team member can also be there. You can be a team member as well, right?
Ma'am, like from my experience, I and my colleague were assigned the sports day task for our KG section. So what I noticed was that she was least bothered to perform her task. We were supposed to do a combined race, 6 from her class, 6 children from her class, and 6 children from my class. She was not cooperating at all. She was just sitting, and she expected me to decide about the questions, to train them for the race, to meet their even she was expecting me to meet their parents instead of meeting her. They were her children also. 6 children were her children, but she was expecting me to even talk to their parents, which I felt that it was her responsibility to deal with her own parents instead of asking me to do her work. So this sort of a problem was arising between us, and no matter how much I talked to her, she still showed disinterest in doing her work.
Okay. So that is a disinterest in her work, right? Okay.
Yes.
So I'll just come back to you with this. I just want everyone to do a quick activity here. In one word, tell me in the chat, what is the most important quality you think a team member should have? What is a very important quality that a team member should have? Please give in one word, you can give in the chat.
Responsibility.
Responsibility. Good. Good communication, cooperation, unity, understanding, role model. Okay, good. Trust. Nice. Understanding. Yes. No ego. Always be supportive. Humble. Humble. Yes. I feel two of you have the similar thought process. Humble. Yeah. Right. Good. Respect others' viewpoints. Okay. See, look at the powerful qualities you have shared. I've just got so many powerful qualities. Give chance to participate, adaptability, mutual understanding. Understanding is our own emotional quotient and his team's very good. Equal distribution of responsibility, passionate about one's work. See, the powerful qualities that you yourself have shared over here. So these are all building blocks of a great teamwork, right? If every one of us, you bring one of these to the table, they can create a stronger and supportive environment for everyone. So just now, Marina ma'am was talking about her colleague who was least bothered. And she said that responsibility was not taken. She did not take the responsibility properly, right? Who has assigned that role? The role is assigned to you, and the role was not taken into consideration by the other team member. So as a team member, what can you do? You can just tell the other person to, do it. But then if the person is not able to do it, you can just go to the higher authority, whoever is assigned, and they should make sure that they take into consideration. Right? Most of the time it is not purposely. Many of them, they don't do it purposefully. Maybe they lack some, what is the skills in them, and they cannot approach the parents, or they are not well trained enough. At point of time, they're not very confident. Maybe that's the reason. That can also be one reason, that they are not able to confidently handle the situation, and they want to put it on others. But that cannot be taken into consideration. So the team member, if at all she is very friendly with you, or you are friendly with her, you can just communicate with her that everything taken care by myself is it becomes a trouble for me. I can definitely help you out, but at the same time, if you feel that you need my support, I will definitely help you out. But I have to share your opinion, tell your opinion, right? So that is very important. As a team member, you should also you'll be there to help them out, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that others' responsibility is also taken on your shoulder, but it should be equally distributed between yourself. So that can be communicated in a very polite and positive manner. That will definitely help us out. Okay. So now we have discussed a lot about teamwork. Yes, someone's
Ma'am,
speaking something.
that could be the case when the other person shows some inability or weakness in herself. But some
Yes.
people are
Yes.
there who are very smart in front of the authorities, and while taking the responsibility, they just excuse themselves from there.
Yes, we can say that they are
Exactly.
like calm shore kind of people, right? Don't want
But
to
in
work.
front of
Ma'am.
the
So we cannot
authorities, they
help
Yes.
those
show
kind of people, ma'am. We
themselves to
cannot,
be
because
extra smart.
yeah, we cannot. If at all they purposely they don't want to do the work, only thing is you do your task. That is whatever is assigned to you, and
And
it has to
we
be
should leave their
brought into the notice of the person who is.
work for them to do. They should be
They have to do.
answerable.
If at all we keep doing, they will always, yeah,
They
they will
will
put that
take
on us,
the
definitely.
excuses.
If at all you keep doing, but then you can tell that, yeah, it becomes an habit. So we should teach them what they have to do, but in a polite manner. We should tell
In
that it
front
is
of us, they will
your
say,
work as well.
I
I
don't
can
know
help
how
you
to
out if
do
at all
it.
you are
You are
facing
very
any
good at it,
problem.
and so you take it.
Right? So let us do it together. So in a positive way, where you don't, make things,
Yes.
yeah.
Exactly.
That is important, because we have to work together. So we cannot be rude to people, but at the same time, we cannot be fools by taking everything on our shoulders. But it should be taught to them that what is their responsibility is, in a very polite and positive way, so that they take it. They understand that the next time they should not come to you. You've already told what you want from their end. It is important, in order to tell what you're expecting from them. Right? So we have discussed a lot about teamwork, collaboration, challenges, and strategies. So let us just pause and reflect something. Like, just now think of a time. I just now, Marina ma'am has given her experience. I just want others also. Like, think of a time when you were a part of a team. It can be in your family, it can be in your school, or anywhere. Okay.
Good
Answer
evening,
these.
ma'am.
Yes.
Sometimes what happened ki I am not be any part of any kind of game, but someone other is doing and blaming that is the culprit. And when it is come to my knowledge from the third person, and then again the matter is something different. So this
Okay.
type of gaming thing is also happening in school. So
Right.
I think that it must be come under the jurisdiction of the higher authority, because sometimes what happened when it's gone to the higher authority, nobody want to listen anything, nobody want to go for this clarification, just everyone get scolded by the higher authority. So that what happened ki nobody want to go to that thing ki we will go complain and do that, because we are not getting the actual result of this thing. So this type of thing is also happening,
This happen, yeah.
and
It
it really
happens.
frustrated us.
Yeah. So I think the first and the foremost thing is, instead of complaining to somebody, we have to talk. If at all you come across someone is saying something that you get to know from a third person about someone else, that someone has told you this. So let us go and clarify it. Tell that I have just come to hear about this. Do you have any issue? Can you please talk? Let us communicate, talk to each other. Let us try to solve this issue here. Let us not make it a big issue,
Yes,
because
ma'am,
people.
this also I have done. If I'll
Ah.
go and ask directly to that person, if you have any problem, you just directly talk to me. I got to know from the other person. Then again, a big quarrel happened, because that person is also don't want to listen anything.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
thing is
So,
that everything is not in our control. That
yeah,
is
yeah,
the thing.
definitely. There are many things
Another
which are not in our control. Yes. Yes.
another problem is where even the higher authorities know the slackness of some person, but
Exactly,
somehow
ma'am.
they
You are absolutely
uh,
correct. Yes.
somehow there is favoritism, and they don't they are biased.
Exactly. They don't
They are
want to go
biased.
into
They
this
are
thing. Yeah,
biased.
yeah.
Yes. See, at such kind of situations, we cannot do anything, because
They don't
people
want to give
are.
delegate any responsibility to such people.
That is the problem.
Ma'am,
That's the reason I said that the authorities that is assigning it, they should not be biased. So we are running a school or something. We cannot talk about that right now. But as a team, what we are supposed to do, we will be doing our work, our job perfectly, and then we'll try to help the others who are not doing it. If at all they are, good enough to accept our suggestions or accept to be a part of our team, it's well and good. If not, then we cannot change people, at one go, right? So it is not in our, when it is not, if it is in our hands, we can do it. If not, then we have to, you know, leave them and do our part perfectly. That's what I feel, right? Yeah, someone else was
Ma'am,
saying
that
something.
I am doing it
Yeah,
exactly.
right. Because see, when something happens, what we do in a family, if we are we have some problems, what we do, we approach our parents, like father or someone or whoever is the head of the family. In the school, we'll go to the head. If they are not able to, solve our issues, then I think we have to try to solve it by ourselves in a positive way. I always say, let us do it in a positive and polite way. So if someone is doing something wrong, that doesn't mean that we also should follow their footsteps. Let us do something. They will learn their lesson once, in a lifetime, they'll definitely learn their lessons. Okay, so let us just think of time when we are part of a team in school, family, or elsewhere. Answer these two questions now. Like, what went well in that team, and what could have been better? You have been a part of some team and you feel that this went well in that team. We've really done a wonderful job, because of so and so criteria, so and so elements. Or what could have been better? You feel that, okay, this is the place where we lagged somewhere, and we could have done this way to make it, a better outcome should have been better. So can you please, any one of you, can you please tell me?
Ma'am, may I say something?
Yeah, please, ma'am, carry on.
Ma'am, in our school, we were assigned the job of doing Nukkad Natak with the middle class students. So I was taking primary. So one of the my team members, she selected the theme and topic, and I wrote it down. And one senior teacher, she selected the girls and boys to be taken as participants, and another one uh, did the running around and caught hold of a boy who could shoot it properly, and it went very well.
So it was a wonderful teamwork.
Yeah.
Right. So you felt that it was everything went very well. You felt that there is something could have been better, or you felt that everything was excellent.
Excellent.
Okay, good. So
And one teacher, one of our computer teachers, she uploaded it on the government portfolio.
Oh, very good. Excellent.
Portal.
So this is a wonderful teamwork, right? So you people could, that means you have all the, elements that are required for a teamwork. Your team had that. And that's the reason you were successful in doing the teamwork properly, right? So very good. I applaud. Well done, ma'am. Okay. Anyone else who would like to share?
Ma'am, may I?
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Ma'am, when we were having our sports day, that time we had to train the children for the physical training, PT. That time all the teachers got together and then we all did our work together, and then the PT was a success that day. But I think that if we had come together much earlier and we would have started the preparation much earlier, the outcome that the outcome that we would have got would have been much better. The children would have performed better. They did well, no doubt, but I think there could have been more coordination, better movements if things were done earlier, if the team came together earlier, and they would have divided the responsibilities among themselves in a much better and coordinated way.
Okay, good. So you feel that the planning should have been done a bit earlier so that execution would have been, far better than what it was.
That we all know that every year we have certain events that will definitely take place. For
Yes.
example, the sports day, the annual day, the elocution, etc., etc. So why to wait for the last minute and then start planning on the last minute in the last time? Start early when you know that this job will be assigned to you. You know that you have to do this work. Start early. Start planning early. Start distilling your resources, coordinating your resources and everything, so that when you have to give your best, you are able to give your best and the outcome is good.
Yes, obviously. When you have a time in your hand, you can plan it very well, right? So when you already have all the plans and almanac ready with all the activities, the one who is assigned should plan, way before. That will help the person, right? It's okay. I think we as people we can help this people who are not pre-planned. We can tell them that we can do it this way in order to make things work easier. So thank you, ma'am. It was really wonderful, feedback that you people have given. Anybody else who would like to share their feedback or reflection on this? So reflect on whatever you have learned. So you have learned that these are the elements of teamwork. These are the barriers of teamwork. And,
Ma'am,
how...
This is
Yes,
Saravanak
someone
Kumar
was...
from Madurai.
Yes, sir.
I am in charge of maths department. There are
Okay, sir.
17 teachers working in maths department. As a team leader, I would suggest that I too should take part in activities. So, for example, we 5 of them are handling class 12 classes. If I assign a question setting duty for other 4 teachers, at least once I should take question setting responsibility. Only then I will understand what kind of difficulty the teachers face while setting the question paper and taking the printout and other things. So that is from my point of view, I would like to share. And when we work in the team, as a team, we should not have the sense of doership. We should not think that because of me, everything has happened. Not only to me, my team members also. As you said, the appreciation is very, very important, but it should be in a modest way. When we appreciate one team member, the other should not feel every work is equal.
Right.
I feel. Yes. Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
valuable point. Very valuable point, sir. That's what I say, that when we are in a team, we are just leaders in the sense to make the work, go in an easy manner. That's all. But then every individual who is working over there, we all are working for the school or wherever you're working. So as a team, we have to work together. As sir said, that when you should empathize others, how do we know like what they're undergoing? So that is very important. We should put ourselves in their shoes to understand what they are undergoing. And as a leader, if at all you are a leader for a particular department, it is very important that you should, be in their shoes to understand what is the problem they are undergoing. Only then we can do justice to whatever role we are playing. That is very important, very essential point here shared. Okay, so this reflection actually, we realize that what we actually can apply in our current teams and what we should avoid from whatever we have gone through now. Okay, so to conclude, I would just like to say that teamwork and collaborations are not just, just fancy words. They are the backbone of a positive and productive school environment. So I love to, share this quote. I don't know who has written exactly. I could not take this out. Like, alone we can do so little, but together we can achieve so much. I love this quote. So let us all work together in your school, in your organization, wherever you are. You work together as a team and achieve a lot in your lives. Thank you for being an active participant of today's session. So before we actually leave, before we conclude, I would love you to hear your feedback, as your feedback matters a lot for me. So please take a quick emoji feedback in chat. Just give me how you felt, and at the same time, you can give me your feedback verbally as well.
Yeah, dear participants, if you could come forward to give your feedback, the true feedback, that would be really helpful for the resource person to come up with much more interesting content in future. Let me invite Punita ma'am. Punita ma'am, could you kindly give your feedback?
Yes, very valuable points you have discussed, ma'am. The full form of team is also together, everyone achieves more. So the crux of the session is this.
Yeah. So before we conclude and before we tell you how to grab your certificate, I would like to appreciate the resource person of the day, Mrs. Parvati, for a wonderful session, because teamwork and collaboration are decreasing day by day in schools. I don't know why, but maybe it is because of the competitive spirit, which is not actually good, unhealthy competitive spirit. Okay, however, we should have a healthy competition at any place. Maybe it's even at our home, we can have a competition with our spouse. Nothing wrong. But it should be a healthy competition, isn't it? So thank you so much for a wonderful session. We are looking forward to have much more such wonderful sessions from your end and lots of appreciations from SNTTC. And for the people who are joining our session for the first time, I am sharing the link of our WhatsApp webinar group. Kindly join the link, because every day we are having one or the other session, and we are proud to say that most of our sessions are free. Only if you people want to grab a certificate, you are supposed to pay 50 rupees and take a certificate. But otherwise, everyone can attend the sessions on daily basis free of cost, isn't it? So when you are being blessed with knowledge without barriers, we believe that you need to take that opportunity, because we get such less opportunities, isn't it? And those who wish to grab a certificate for this particular session, you need to pay rupees 50 towards the number 990-892-5730. 990-892-5730. I have written the number in the chat. You need to pay rupees 50 to this number using GPay or PhonePe or Paytm. Okay. And you need to send a screenshot also to the same number through WhatsApp. And also send your complete name as you want on the certificate. Within 24 hours, I would like to repeat it again. Within 24 hours, you will be getting your certificate. Because the IT person, he needs to prepare the certificates and he needs to send it to you. Okay. So maximum by tomorrow morning, in worst cases, within 24 hours, you will be getting the certificates to your same WhatsApp number. Charges are 50 rupees, 50 rupees. You can do through GPay, PhonePe or Paytm. I believe that's all for today. Looking forward to have you all in the upcoming session, which is tomorrow. We have a session with something related to classroom management tomorrow, and I believe it's the need of the hour. Okay, so that's all for today. Have a delicious dinner and wonderful sleep. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you, sir.
Everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
For